So right on the Chef G song was Chef G beat, but it wasn't his beat. It was just like a beat that said 808 Melo.
Pop Smoke, the greatest NY drill artist to ever do it. While drill as a whole has definitely declined in popularity since Pop Smoke's passing, nothing will ever take away the impact that both he and the talented producers he worked with had on music as a whole. But what was it about the music made by these two specifically that was so addicting? Well, in today's video, we're going to be breaking that down. But why the hell should you listen to me? Because this sound had a huge impact on me as a producer. And implementing the production techniques that I'm going to cover in this video led me to making samples like this, which ended up on songs like this.
I hate it still ain't a liar, but in the jungle I'm a lion.
Alright, so let's start by breaking down different elements of their most iconic songs. And we're also going to try applying these elements to a beat of our own. And we're going to start with Scenario. Alright, so for this beat in particular, we're going to be focusing on the sample. To get that signature 808 Melo sound, chopping up dark samples is a must. For Scenario, Melo sampled this track from Pirates of the Caribbean. Arg, that be a hard sample. I'm really sorry for doing that. Anyway, let me show you how the sample was made. So we're gonna go to 143 BPM, and we're just gonna cut away most of the sample. Now we're just gonna stretch the sample down. Now we're gonna switch this to stretch. And now we're just gonna go to the next part of the sample. Now for that underwater effect that's in the intro of the song, we can just grab a Fruity Love filter, then we can set it to the low pass triangle preset. Now we can just automate that, have it on here, then have it off here. Now we're going to try making our own sample, but instead of just squashing the sample down, let's spice it up a little and chop up the sample using Slice X, like Melo did with Dior.
I found Dark Violin sample online and I put it into Slice X and I reversed it and chopped it up.
So I've gone ahead and chosen this sample from the Hunger Games. Next, we'll load it up in Slice X, medium grid chop to chop the sample in medium chunks. Then we'll do declick in and declick out to smooth in between each chop. And now we just play with our notes until we get something that isn't shit. A great tip is to try layering your chops so that you can get even more fullness in the sample. For example, let's play this top part and this bottom part separately. Then together. By the way, shameless plug, I've gone ahead and put together a pack of some of my hardest chopped up samples in this kind of style that you can grab for free, and you can grab that in the link in the description. Anyway, onto the drums. Let's take a look at some of the drum techniques from Shake the Room. Now every sound ain't gonna be an exact match, but it's the patterns that we're gonna be focusing on. Now instead of using your typical drill pattern like this, Melo made one of the most ADHD infused counter snare patterns I've ever heard. Next we've got a snare. Later on in the beat he threw in the good old Dior snare. And he also threw in some accessory sounds like the good old snuff perk. And that snuff just had a fruity delay on it and an EQ to get rid of the lows. Of course we've got the 808. This ain't the exact 808, but it's a tweaked Brooklyn 808. Now if you'll notice, even though it's a drill beat, the slides ain't going crazy. It's just hitting at 3 different notes really. This was probably so there wasn't too much going on in the beat so that it's rappable. Later on in the beat though, there's like a couple slides here and there, like here. Next, of course, we've got that kick. Now for the sample, I ain't gonna lie to you, I have no clue what Melo sampled to get this. But luckily a producer by the name of Zoid Beats did, so I just grabbed the sample from one of his FLPs, so salute to you, bro. Anyway, here's the sample. Now the lead that comes in here is meant to be Omnisphere, but I ain't got that shit. So instead I chose to use this pad from my multi-kit. And all together. Anyway, without further ado, let's apply these techniques and make a beat of our own. Side note, another shameless plug. I've recently dropped a new multi-kit, which not only features sounds perfect for making beats like the ones in this video, but also unique experimental sounds that you can use to make beats like this. Link in description. Sorry, that was fucking creepy. So I started off with your typical drill bounce, then added some notes in between, playing with the velocity. Next we threw in various sounds for some extra bounce. Using echo and delay presets to add even more bounce. Then a simple kick pattern. And of course we had to throw in a Dior snare. Then we grabbed the second snare to kind of counter the bounce a little bit. Next I threw in the 808, just hitting at the bass notes. Then threw in a couple 808 slides, but nothing too crazy. Then we ended up with this finished pattern for the kick and 808. Next I pitched the melody up for the next part of the beat, grabbed these Vox from my drum kit. If you want to know what's on the Vox, we got a pancake so that it pans, we've got some reverb, got a kickstart to give it some more rhythm, and we just applied a sound goodizer and EQ'd the lows. Then I did some arrangement on the beat, and here's what we got.
Jerry, turn it up a little.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know whose sound I should dive into next. Take care.